Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'll be discussing about one of the topics under English language teaching approaches and method, which is about how to teach writing across grade levels, not only in elementary but also in high school. Previously in my previous discussion, I have discussed about how to teach reading in terms of the language classroom. At this point in time, I'm gonna be talking about how are we going to teach writing and doing the writing activity for our students, particularly to the different stages. So, effective writing instruction adapts to student development stages from elementary foundations to high school. Sophistication in a way that writing is a little complicated and complex. So, we'll be proceeding now. So how are we going to understand the development writing stages? We need to understand first what are the basics before the transition to developing paragraphs under the middle transition and then go into critical analysis or critic essays and college ready writing across multiple genres. So you need to have first an idea of what should be the focus of the writing skills so that you will know what are the things that you're about to teach, what should be the focus of the objectives under the following. Of course, and under elementary focus, you need to build the foundational mechanics, which leads to understanding sentence structure, their writing habits through guided practice and creative expression. On the other hand, after the elementary focus, we have also what we call middle transition. So this is between from grade 4 to 6, wherein they will be focused in terms of learning how to develop paragraph, how to organize paragraph, how to be aware of words or vocabularies, and try to begin with analytical thinking skills and how to creatively present the writing. The writing document or the written text. Another one under also the developmental stages is under high school. They need to be refined in terms already of arguments, of their arguments when writing already. They need to have, could see or could write and could comprehend and interpret already, and eventually produce analytical essays and other academic papers. So we'll be proceeding. So under pre-writing or under elementary stage, of course, our students should have, I mean, drawn themselves and labeled activities and connect images to words so that they could come up with thinking and then letter formation practice, building motor skills. So they are the ones who are doing the tracing, trying to make into spelling, and then shared writing demonstrate also thinking process because they try to relate the one written in terms of letters or phrases and words to the picture that they are imagining. So at this stage, they are focused on expression, not on the perfection of the written text or written produced document to our students. What more focus here is that the student should have right and at the same time should have expressed themselves. So they don't care about the structure, they don't care about the perfection of how it was written. The um, most important thing here is that they need to know how to write and they need to know what they are writing. So let's proceed. Now, let's move on to um, the sentence and paragraph development. So if you're going to look at the sentence and paragraph development, where this one are being developed already to grade 5, grade 4 to 6, and then high school, um, and more improvement in high school, and then definitely in the college, we are expecting that they are already competent. But here, they need to master how to write sentences, how to write sentences within the paragraphs. So therefore, they need to have a model of complete sentences. They should have demonstrated sentence structure, correctly using subject and verb and then plus object patterns, showing capital letters and punctuation in action. The difference of writing and speaking is, of course, we are very particular with technical. So we need to understand and we need to make students understand that technicals in terms of writing are very important. So we need to also introduce to them the different ways or creative way on how we present sentences, how we can modify sentences that it would not always be the same on how it was, I mean, on how it will be presented. So we need to teach students here to combine short sentences into more complex structure or better flow of interest. Or sometimes when I was teaching in elementary, what I do before I let them write, I ask them to make an graphic organizer or make an outline before writing because it would help them easily process what they have what they have in their mind and then try to put it in writing. So this will help students plan paragraph with mind maps, flowcharts, and webs before writing begins. Because here at Graphic Organizer also, they can brainstorm their ideas. And then after that, they are going to have, practice, trying to set the topic sentence or the main idea within the paragraph. So introduce paragraph with clear main ideas, followed by supporting details that connect logically. So let's proceed. So what are the writing process in terms of our students, being exposed with writing activity? What should be our lesson or what should be integrated in our lesson in terms of writing process? Of course, what you need to do first is what we call pre-writing. Pre-writing is the brainstorming, organizing their thoughts. All right. So after organizing their thoughts, they have already an outline of that. And then after that, they do the drafting. So here at the drafting, they try to get ideas out of the brainstormed ideas without really looking into the perfections of the written document. What they need only is try to break the ideas out of the words that are brainstormed or out of the ideas that are brainstormed, and then put everything that they have into the brainstorm organizer, and then put it everything what you need to do, what you need to write, the information that you're going to add to make it meaty. And then after that, during the drafting also, they try to organize it already. However, as they have written it already and then they try to read it, that's one of the most important thing also in writing. After writing, they need to read it. If they are consistently articulately having a sound idea, have a parallel meaning, and have a consistency of the idea. So that's under also drafting. When they are already complete, that's the time you try to read it, and then after that, you try to revise it. If you think that is still, there are still information that is lacking, you can add details, you can improve the structure, you can ensure logical flow of ideas. And then after revising, that's the time that you're going to read it again for editing. So under editing, you try to focus on the spelling, the punctuation marks, the grammar, and all. So it's not that your focus is not anymore the idea. Your focus is more of the grammar itself. The structure correctly written in terms of its structure. Now, after that, you go to publishing already. So if you're done and editing, if you're done with pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, that's the time that you can already publish the paper or publish the document. So that's how the student should undergo the writing process. Now, if you put it into the class, meaning as a teacher, you need to undergo also the process that they need to have a pre-writing activity, the drafting activity, the revising activity, the editing activity, and the publishing activity, because they need to undergo that so that it will not be hard for them to write. Okay, so here at elementary, they are exploring to genres like narrative, expository, opinion. So expect that our students know already how to identify the character, how to identify parts of the story, the beginning, the middle, the end, the setting, the conflict, and the other resolution elements. So not only with narrative writing like stories, here also they can already make their own paragraphs, or make their own narrative text wherein, or expository text that they have or yung mga essay or reflective paper wherein there are parts of introduction, body, and conclusion. So that's also. And then of course, our students under elementary could be exposed already for opinion writing, wherein they can write reaction paper of a certain topic. So therefore, here our students are exposed with different genres of informing, entertaining, and persuading. Now, let's move on to the high school writing activity or high school writing, teaching, and learning. Here, you need to make your students, um, for me, as a teacher, you need to make your students easily think and then write it into writing. So how are you going to do that? You need to teach the students on how to outline their ideas. So you need to teach them how to outline, how to organize complex arguments. And then after that, they're going to write it already. They try to revise it, and then they do the language refinement. So if you're going to look at it, since they are done with the elementary, the ideas will be coming in and a little easier than when you were in elementary. Because here, um, we are expecting that you're good already in terms of structure. You are good already in terms of getting and then providing information. It's easy for you to clearly present your logical, reasoning in terms of writing. So again, in high school, we are very particular with, you should have taught already the students how to organize their thoughts systematically and then put it in writing. All right. So let's proceed. So under also high school, going to college, they need to master the argumentative writing because most of the academic paper, they are requiring argument. So argumentative, way of writing. So like giving clear thesis statement, credible evidences, counter argument, logical organization. So if you're going to look at it, most of the topics and most of the activities are like this: identifying the thesis statement, identifying reliable sources, identifying if you have sound reasoning, and identifying how you organize your thoughts. So you need to, as a teacher, you need to master on how our students will identify that. Now, how are we going to identify two ways on how we write? Of course, in writing, not all the time we will have academic writing. Sometimes we do have fictional writing or non-fictional writing. Literary analysis, which means it's into the fictional writing, right? On the other hand, the creative expression, it's more of the non-fictional writing. So non-fictional writing, which means that it's like a newspaper, um, what was this? Newspaper or short stories, poetry, and personal essays. On the other hand, wait, just for a while. When we talk about creative and analytical balance, it's about creative expression, is about there is no such thing as so much rules. If you're going to look at poetry, poetry is about using a poetic license. So sometimes they don't use and they are not very particular in terms of structure. As long as it's rhyming, as long as the words are appropriate, that's fine because they are into creative expression. That's why there are some poetry or there are some poems that are have what, three words only, but they are already a poem. So on the other hand, literary analysis is about analyzing the themes, characters, and then literary techniques, supporting interpretation with textual evidences and formal academic language. So here, in literary analysis, our students not only write, but also analyze what they have watched, what they have listened to, and therefore trying to put literary techniques on how are they going to present it in terms of textual evidences. Unlike in creative expression, they are very particular only on how they're going to present, entertain. The audience. On the other hand, in literary analysis, they are very particular with not only with entertainment, but looking at the how it will be written in terms of literary way. Here at creative expression, um, it it goes with the personal touch of of the writer. So if you're going to look at it, creativity and analytical should be balanced because of there are situations that um, it may be creatively expressed, but it was not logical in terms of reasoning. All right. So these are the different strategies on how um, teachers can utilize, like strategies like they will have a writing conferences, the regular practice like reading memoirs, diaries, or the teacher modeling wherein the students or the teachers will demonstrate the processes and then the students will internalize the techniques, or the peer review, like students develop critical thinking by asking for revisions coming from their classmates. So writing improves when it is consistently done always. So consistent practice is the key in terms of writing because every student can develop strong communication when they are given, not only instruction, but experience of writing. So I guess that would be all, everyone. I hope you learned something from it.